Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'll briefly introduce myself. My name is Lacey. I'm a wife and mother of 2 children, soon to be 3. I recently left my soul-sucking full-time job. Over the past several months, I've been tapping back into my creativity and began documenting my Etsy digital product business on YouTube. I'm on a mission to build passive income streams so that I can maintain my ability to stay home with my kids and stay present. So in this video, it will be in the Etsy vein yet again. I'm going to be reviewing and doing somewhat of a product research tutorial on Sales Samurai. Sales Samurai is an optimization tool for Etsy. It integrates seamlessly to be used on its own platform as well as in Etsy to see some of the behind the scenes details like keywords, search volume, and competition. I mentioned in my previous Etsy shop update video that I feel like I've been quite selfish so far with my products. Like the first 20 or so products that I have on my shop are completely projects that I just felt creatively inclined to create and kind of worried about the keyword research after the fact. Because the shop is not really doing much, I'm not getting very many sales, I'm gonna go ahead and pivot and start doing the product research ahead of time, which is, I know, what a lot of Etsy gurus have advocated for from the very beginning, but I was just being very stubborn and just wanting to do what I want to do. But now I'm at that point where I'm like, okay, halfway through the year, it's time to get serious and do a little bit more product research, taking this step further and really starting to see this as my business. So Sales Samurai will be the perfect tool for me to review today and do a actual real life product research for a product that I'm thinking about creating. So why don't we get right into it? Real quick, I'm going to do an overview of the tools that are included on this platform. So starting at the top left here with the tutorials, this is the how-to on every single tool, but today we're going to skip it because I'm essentially going to be your guide through the platform and give you an overview of everything right here. So the next one down would be the search tool. Now this is probably the tool that I use the very most. The basic search is if you just want to look up a keyword. So it will tell you, is it a long tail keyword? You got Etsy search volume. This is monthly, so about 3,000 searches monthly. The click-through rate, Etsy competition, you can look at the Google search volume, the Google cost per click for ads, Google competition, it gives a rating of how low or high the competition is. Etsy's most trending keywords are here. Again, you can see the search volume, click-through rate, and the competition. I'm specifically trying to look for desktop wallpapers. I want to actually use the Chrome extension to go further into that topic. So let's just continue. And then we have Google most trending. So this is very useful because it gives you related keywords that will maybe give you some ideas of what you might want to look further into. I will admit it's not quick. It is a bit time consuming, so you really go down these rabbit holes of different keywords. Also, as I'm editing this video, I realized that I didn't go a little bit further below down here where the listings are. You can actually see the average views, average likes, average photos on the top listings. You can see a lot of the data from the top performing listings here, and then you can even click directly on the links to go to Etsy and see the listing for yourself. You can see the price spread as well, minimum, max, average price on the items, shipping days if it's a physical item, etc. So this is a really great tool. Another thing to take a look at is clicking on the details of the item. It will take you to the single listing search page to see all the behind the scenes details, including their keywords. Okay, back to the original video. Now single listing, you can actually copy and then paste the URL of a Etsy listing here and hit search. This is just for example purposes. This is not my actual product research yet. This is a digital diary and it pops up everything from the title to the description. Now we can see the title characters, title words, description characters, how many images out of the total 10 did they provide in the listing. This is the total views. These are the monthly views. It was created very recently. It's only been on Etsy for 120 days. It's got 14 likes. The price, last modified, it's all good information to just kind of do a deeper dive on our competition. You can also see their tags. I think this is the most powerful thing that you can do is see exactly which tags that they put on their listing. So next, we're gonna get into the shops. You should connect your Etsy shop here and it will give you data on your own listings and kind of your overall stats here. This is a good way to do an audit on your Etsy shop. Here's a sales map where my sales have come from. This is cool. I actually haven't looked at this yet. So next we're gonna go into the listing creator. Now this is pretty powerful. This is where you will get your listing SEO optimization tips really focused in this platform. You can essentially create an Etsy listing right here in Sales Samurai into your Etsy shop. So I'm just gonna do wallpaper just for the sake of showing you what this looks like. You're actually gonna go through each field just like you would in Etsy. I personally don't use this because I prefer just to do it on Etsy, but I will be using this because I do want to optimize this next listing that I put up to the full capacity. So going next into this list is the competition tracker. This is where you can sort of spy on your competition. I have a few shops here that I put that I just wanted to see how their sales are doing, how many listings, when they open up their shop. This is good information to see for your competitors, especially if they haven't been open that long and they're doing really well, so that I can kind of see what they're doing and maybe try to emulate it in a way, in my own way. Not copying, of course, never advocating for straight up ripping off designs and whatnot. If you click the sales history, you can actually see how they've been doing. Next on the menu here is favorites. So you can create categories and create specific tags and listings that you might want to just keep track of. I imagine I'll be using this more and more with the product research that I'm going to be doing. So that's for listings. This is the keywords area. Next is calculators. Now this is a profit calculator. I think this is more useful for someone that's doing physical products, but I do see that you could probably use this for your digital products as well, especially if you are paying people to design products. If you're paying for certain subscriptions, this could be good for you still. You can factor in offsite ads, Etsy ads, material costs, labor costs, and it will generate a estimated profit for you along with the estimated margin percentage. So this is the ROI calculator, the return on investment calculator. This is good for figuring out whether or not your ads are actually bringing you a return on the money you're spending. Ideally, you want to be spending less on ads than you are actually making back in profit. And this tool will help you figure that out by plugging in the numbers. How much are you spending? How many views and clicks you're getting, orders from the ads, and your total revenue. These are numbers that you can get from Etsy. And then you will calculate and it will give you the exact stats on how much you're paying per click, your return on investment percentage, the amount of ads you're spending per order, the click-through rate on the ads, and the conversion rate for the ads. So that will be very helpful once I start enabling my ads once again. And last but not least, here on the left is the calendar. Depending on where you are in the world, this could be very helpful for you in just figuring out when the holidays are coming up, planning your content, planning your products around these dates around the world. I personally am focusing on products that are more evergreen, which means they can be purchased at any point in the year. So the passive element is really strong for me. So that's it for this left menu. And then over here, a couple more things. Let me first talk about the uploader. So as far as I know, this is more helpful for people that are doing POD products, print on demand. It helps integrate and sync your, let's say you have a Printify shop linking with your Etsy. You can have the Etsy and the Printify talk to each other and integrate faster. As far as I know, I don't do POD, so this is basically useless for me. What I care about is the Chrome extension. So you download this, it becomes a little plugin over here. This is probably the most powerful part of the Sales Samurai tool. So let's type in, like I said, desktop wallpaper. We see the monthly search volumes. Desktop wallpaper organizer is 220. Just the keywords that I typed in, 436. Now, what's cool is over here, I'm gonna click on it and it's gonna pop up this whole treasure trove of different related keywords to what I searched. Now this Sales Samurai extension is really cool. You can see the search volume, the competition. Going through this alone can give you quite a few ideas for different items maybe you didn't think about. You can check them on the left here if you want to save them for later. They make it really easy by being able to download it into a spreadsheet, or you can copy and paste it somewhere else. You can also filter by search volume, competition, word count, or other keywords. So real quick, I want to show you ideally the product that I'm trying to make. I made this as a personal desktop organizer. It's just a PNG file that I made my background. I also changed my folders so that they match the aesthetic as well. I think it's super cute. So now I've got these caramel, chocolates, and beige folders. I really enjoy the process of not only making it, but using it. I would really like to look into what the desktop wallpaper world in Etsy looks like, if I should create some other sort of mood board and folder icon bundle to go along with it, because I've seen some really cute ones on Etsy, and so I thought, hey, this could be a pretty easy, simple thing for me to create. I want to check and validate the idea and see what the competition is like. I would really like to do a deeper dive into Etsy and see what kind of wallpaper folder icon bundles are doing well as the keywords that might have a good ratio of search volume to competition. And I do have the Sales Samurai Chrome extension plugin going, so I'll be able to access that information I showed you earlier. I'm gonna just start by going desktop wallpaper. So it's got 436 search volume. I'm gonna click on this 500 more so I can see all the related keywords. And I know I could use the search volume and competition filters up here, but I'm just gonna go through here and see what I find. I'm gonna click all the ones that I think are relevant to what I'm trying to create. So the PC desktop wallpaper, 450 search volume, 5,000 competition. We've also got 4K desktop wallpaper here, which is far better. Similar search volume, but way less competition, so that could be pretty good. Desktop wallpaper, so this is, again, the one that I searched has 436 search volume per month, but it's got 70,000 competition. So while I will be using that keyword just for the searchability, probably really need to focus on these other less competitive keywords here. Desktop wallpaper 2023 is probably going to be relevant. Desktop organizer wallpaper, probably won't use that one because the search volume is lower and the competition is higher. Mood board desktop, this is one that I saw before. I briefly looked at this earlier off camera. I saw that one right off the bat and I was like, that could be a good one. Boom, it's got 200 search volume, less than 2,000 competition. That isn't horrible, so I'm gonna give that a try. So desktop icons, oh, it has a lot of competition, so I will maybe do a separate search on the icons and see what keywords would work best for that. Aura desktop wallpaper, maybe. Pet desktop wallpaper, maybe. Lo-fi desktop wallpaper, cozy desktop wallpaper. I do like cozy. Now we're getting below the hundreds here in the search volume, but the competition still isn't too bad. So I'm just gonna click them and see if I can include them and hopefully bring in some sales that way. I'm just looking to the right here where I've got the competition, and I'm just looking at ones that have like really low competition now that we're getting into the lower search volume, and just seeing if I can pick out a few more. So this one only has 1,000. Disco, so I'll click that. So let's just start there. I clicked on quite a few already, so I don't think I need to keep going. Oh, gnome desktop. Okay, I like gnomes, so I'm gonna click that one. So I'm gonna actually copy everything that I checked. It shows me the keyword as well as the search volume and the competition here, so I don't forget. Convenient. Okay, now I'm gonna search something new. Desktop wallpaper bundle. Does that bring up anything? 12 search volume. Let's just look at it. No, not really seeing anything there. Okay. Maybe let's do desktop organizer bundle. Nothing. Folder icon. Folder icons. As you can see here, I clicked on it by accident, but you can see the competition here. It's just got different colors. It's got different types of icons with plants, and you can do all sorts of things I've just recently found out. And I'm so excited to dive in and make some really cute ones. Like, look at these bakery ones here. In a little bit, I'm gonna actually dive into more of the competition. I meant to look at the big list here. I'm automatically gonna like just scroll past the ones that have the crazy competition and look at the ones that are a little bit smaller. So as you can see, there's no real hard and fast rules for picking out keywords and doing the research. It's kind of all just up to you, whatever sticks out and what you think might be a good idea worth looking more into. That's all I'm doing right now. It's a little bit tedious. We've got Mac folder icon pastel, which is pretty good. Kawaii. The competition's not bad. I think I have enough keywords to kind of look into. This is the entire list. I don't think I'm gonna look at every single one today. Actually, I know I'm not gonna look at every single one, but I think the ones that stand out to me in terms of like good ratios with the search volume and competition, I will be looking at and doing a deeper dive into what the competition is doing, making notes about like what their product actually offers, and seeing what are the common elements that I need to include in my product. Again, I am learning. This is like really my first deep dive into a product research. I watched a bunch of product research tutorials before making this video so I could be better informed on what I need to do, but this is the part that's a little fuzzy, where the sellers are not really getting into the product research as far as looking at the competition and actually formulating what they're going to create. So this will be experimental for me, and hopefully we can learn something together. So I'm going to actually just go ahead and click on this tag right here, and what it does is searches that term right here in Etsy. We can start to see what's actually available in the file folder icons keyword. I keep seeing this one come up. Let me just open that up right here. This one is adorable. I can see why it's doing so well. It's in 20 plus carts right now. It's got this like cottage core type of aesthetic with the green. What's included, you get 136 icons for Mac and Windows, 12 wallpaper organizers designed to fit all screen aspect ratios. It's got an easy PDF installation guide. Let me go ahead and copy this. Let me go back to Sales Samurai so I can research the single listing. So I just copied the URL, pasted it here into the Sales Samurai search for a single listing. You can see the category that they listed it in, which is good to know because sometimes when you are listing a product, it gives you several different options, different categories to choose from. So knowing what the competition's doing will certainly help. It's had almost 19,000 total views, about 1,500 views every month. That's pretty good. It's only been around for a little over a year, so that's pretty good as well. Now here are the keywords that they're using: PC wallpapers, cottage core, desktop wallpaper, folder icons, mood board desktop. We saw that one had a really good search volume to competition rate. Desktop organizer, Mac folder icon, desktop icons, Mac desktop icons for Mac, Windows folders, computer icons, folder icon bundle. I think I do have quite a few of those. You know what? I want to search real quick. Let's go back. I actually want to look at desktop wallpaper cottage core. There's no search volume for it. But I do think cottage core is definitely a big theme these days. If you want to just on your own go ahead and look up cottage core and like see what kinds of digital products are doing really well in that category, and maybe there's some kind of untapped niche there with the low competition. I'm just going to focus more so on the wallpapers itself. I need to look at my list again to see what I'm going to look at now. 4K. I'm going to look at this one. It's got 450 search volume with under 3,000 competition. That doesn't look too bad to me from what I've seen, but again, it will all be experimental. I'm going to look at the ones with the top customer reviews. So some of these are ads. I am not going to look at the ads, but I do want to pay attention to any that say bestseller, seeing if there's any like common theme here. A lot of them seem to be kind of dreamy. This one's witchy kawaii lo-fi wallpaper. I want to take a look at that one. It's in 20 plus carts. So one thing I'm seeing here is that they also come with a background for the phone. I guess the idea here is that it's for people that want the consistency across all their devices. I want to keep looking around. Okay, I'm going to look specifically for bundles. Let's look at relevancy again because I'm trying to find some bestsellers. Here we have some popping up. So let me just open up all of these bestsellers on this row. Okay, let's look at the ones that popped up, starting with this one. So it looks like a minimalist. It's also in 20 plus carts, selling for around $662. Desktop wallpaper organizer aesthetic, customizable with Canva. So let's copy that and put it into Sales Samurai. It's been up for less than a year, but it's getting 1,300 monthly views, and it has already had a pretty significant amount of total views. So that's interesting. Their keywords are digital planner, which I didn't think would be like related. Oh yes, so it does have a schedule. So I can see how they would tie that in. Though the digital planner niche is very, very competitive. Weekly schedule, weekly planner, life planner, calendar, desktop wallpaper, desktop organizer, digital to-do list, minimal wallpaper, wallpaper organizer. So they have 2 different layouts and a bonus one. Oh, okay. So you get 2 pre-made ones and then one maybe on Canva. Yes, it's customizable with Canva that you can change around on your own. That's cool. And then they have one page with 6 aura colors, little additions to your wallpaper. This one is very simple and minimalist. The folders are just black. It's just black and gray. But I can see the appeal, just having a nice, clean, fresh look. And they have 43 reviews for this item. The pastel collection. So these are just your basic backgrounds, not really like an organizational structure. The pastel collection offers 12 different pastel color schemes. What I'm seeing here is the bundle, the different options seem to be doing well. Okay, next one. So this looks a little bit closer to what I'm trying to create as well. They're around $6, $7, so that's just interesting to note. This one's really cute. It looks hand-drawn. An artist really making it personalized. These are all the icons, really cute. They even have cursors, which if I could figure out how to do the cursors, then I could probably include that in a bundle. It comes with 21 icons / folders. And then we've got the desktop. So with and without the organizer. So that's interesting as well. It's got 215 reviews. So let's actually plug this into Sales Samurai because I want to see how old this listing is. Oh, okay. 2.5 years. Look at the tags: frog, mushroom, organizer, wallpaper, laptop, stars, icons, computer, magic, cube, background, theme, desktop. But it is a little bit older. So they probably were just like one of the first ones to really do this kind of thing. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. So let's go into the next one. Plant pastel. So this one is also very minimalistic, but it's got the folders that are just a range of different pastel colors. Let's look at their video. Also, this one's got the calendar included with quotes. It's got texture. They got 12 different options. Okay, 2023 through 2024. So they pre-made all the calendars and just plugged them in and changed the colors for each month. That's probably the route that I'm gonna go. And it's got 88 reviews. Oh, let's plug this into Sales Samurai. 1.5 years. So the tags: 2023 calendar, desktop wallpaper, folder icons, 2024 digital, desktop folder icons, desktop organizer, Mac folder icons, desktop calendar, laptop wallpaper. Okay, I'm gonna actually get my little note thing out. Design elements that I want to include. Calendar. Do a minimalistic one. Schedule is a possibility. Mood board. Opportunities. By that I just mean like add spaces for people to customize it. Folder, icon, bundle included. Maybe do a 2023, maybe even go into 2025 just so it could be evergreen a little bit longer. Oh yeah, the phone. So cross device, Mac and PC. So let me go back and see if I can see any others. This one's a bestseller. So what do we have here? What are they offering? They've got 1 organizer wallpaper in 6 different sizes, 1 desktop wallpaper, a bonus gray wallpaper, 8 colored folder icons, 8 other icons, 2 cursors, 2 sizes of the phone wallpaper. Okay, I mean, it's got 322 reviews. So let's take a look at this baby. So this one also is like a few years old, but doing really well, getting almost 1900 monthly views. Cat organizer wallpaper, kawaii, plant icons, pink computer, neko, cute background theme, desktop. Just want to look at it again. Cursors, that's what I want to write. The camera I'm using to film my face is blocking my view a little bit. I mean, there's such a variety of the different styles that I feel like I'd be okay just to kind of use my imagination. Sometimes this stands out to me when a shop doesn't have 5-star reviews and I kind of want to see what brought it down. So I need help installing this on my phone, no guidelines. Very pricey, only sits 1 behind ground. So I guess they probably didn't realize that it's like not interactive, it's just a background. It's not working on my phone. I followed the instructions, but it's not working. Okay, so it seems like a communication issue, so I just like to see that stuff because I'm like, how can I avoid it? So I think that's good for now in terms of the initial research. The video that's going to be next in this series of doing product research is going to be actually designing in Canva the wallpaper and the icons, and I'll show you step by step how I do that. You guys can follow along with me, we'll do it together. And if you're interested in using Sales Samurai for yourself, I do have that 20% off promo code, Purple Skies. Again, it's linked down below. If you use my affiliate link, I do get a small commission from it and it helps the channel. I just want to talk very briefly about the Sales Samurai partnership. They reached out to me several months ago when I first started uploading about Etsy, like back in February, March, I believe. So I've actually had the chance to try out their platform for a few months before I even wanted to recommend it to you guys. I've decided that it is well worth the money. All the tools, the Chrome extension are amazing. But I know some of you might be thinking, hey, the reason I'm watching this video, the reason why I want to create a side hustle is because I don't have that extra money to play with and purchase another monthly subscription on top of that for a business that's not making me money yet. And I totally understand that's super valid. That's literally where I was, where I still am. So I'm so grateful for Sales Samurai for offering me a free subscription to their platform because I really needed something like this and I did not have the money to pay a monthly subscription. So what I wanted to point out with this is not necessarily to brag. I just want to say that those of you that are in the same position where you can't necessarily put extra funds somewhere to invest in a new startup business, consider putting yourself out there on YouTube. I only have 600 subscribers on YouTube. I haven't been doing this that long, and I already have several companies that have reached out to me. If you haven't started documenting your journey similar to me, just putting the content up on YouTube and doing your best. I literally started out filming on my iPhone. I really think this is probably an untapped opportunity for you if you want to give that a try. So again, thank you Sales Samurai for giving me the opportunity and being patient while I thoroughly tried out the system. And just for the record, I am never going to recommend something that I don't fully use and enjoy myself, so please do not be concerned about that. Anyway, that's my little spiel and peek behind the curtain for you to consider. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.